So after several months of merger discussions, talks between low-cost carrier SpiceJet and the Wadia Group's GoAir have hit rough weather. ET Now's Mohit Bhalla is the one with details of why that deal is just not taking off.
SpiceJet and Wadia Group-owned GoAir have been in talks for consolidation for some time now. But highly placed sources have told ET Now that the merger talks have hit an air pocket after the two sides came inches close to signing a memorandum of understanding 3 weeks ago. Exclusive access to the transaction structure shows that the two sides were attempting a cashless deal achieved through a share swap agreement. After an agreement on the number of shares SpiceJet would give for each share of GoAir, the boards of the two companies would have approved a scheme of arrangement which would have to get an approval from the courts. But ET Now has learnt that both parties have not been able to agree on valuation, even though they agreed to negotiate exclusively till March 2010. A merger would have meant that the airline businesses of the two companies would have been consolidated into SpiceJet, the listed entity. But does a failure to reach an agreement mean the deal is dead and buried? Mohit Bhalla, ET Now, New Delhi.
And Mohit Bhalla joins us for more details on this. Mohit, we've been hearing about GoAir and SpiceJet potential merger for so long, and to say the same about GoAir really, that it's been looking forward to a partner for a long time. Is this deal dead and buried then?
Right now, that's what it seems like, because the two sides have, as you mentioned, have been in negotiations for several months now to execute this sort of a merger agreement. But we've been speaking to some very senior bankers who had direct knowledge of this transaction, and some of whom have worked with the companies closely. And what they do say right now is that the two sides don't have too many alternatives because both sides are low on cash reserves, neither can afford an acquisition. And given the sort of the climate in the aviation sector right now and the way this landscape is shaping up, it's going to be very, very difficult for smaller players to actually sustain themselves as margins get thinner and thinner. And they're going to get eaten up by the larger players like Kingfisher or Jet Airways. So clearly for low-cost carriers at this point in time, consolidation is probably the only solution going forward. And most bankers are hopeful right now that the two sides will probably revive talks, considering that they were in exclusive negotiations till March 2010. So that's what we're picking up right now.